Hello YouTubers, Charles here, back playing some more Kerbal Space Program, and it's 2016, this should be my first video of 2016, so let's check out what there is to do. Hey Gene! Actually, I did look through this just before starting this video, and to me, seismic survey near on Kerbin near sector NP8PT. That looks interesting to me, but I'm probably not gonna do it this episode. But we have like 5 years to do it, so I'm gonna take it. And it also looks like they want us to adjust this moon station lab probe again. So I'm going to take that as well. That's fairly easy. Alright, Gene. So let's get to it and adjust that probe. Oh, here's Kerbin. Here's where those seismic surveys are. So they're all, I don't know, there's 4 different locations. They're all right there. It looks a little hilly, but it shouldn't be too bad. We're not going to do it now, like I said, but when we do it, it's build a plane, fly over there, land, take some seismic surveys, reposition once or twice. Shouldn't be too bad. So let's, I think this is the probe we want. Are you my probe? Interesting. That may be a... We do have fuel. Surveys on the moon. Be in command of the moon station lab probe. We are. Let's sure the probe has antenna and can generate power. Assumingly those are checked. Reach the destination orbit. Alright. We're gonna have to probably right at our periapsis, or very close to it, make a maneuver here. Now, if I'm reading this right, prograde is that direction. That means we're coming around here, so we have to turn by, whatever that is, 15, 20 degrees. So, something like this. But while we're doing that, that's going to be also raising our orbit, so we have to then shrink it back down. Shrinking it down also turns it a bit, so you gotta be careful. Stop there, and as we shrink it down... Alright, it's not turning it as much as I thought it would. Let's get pretty close, and then shrink down, and yeah, that went a little past shrinking down. Ooh, not. Alright, now we need a little more of a turn. while we're at it, it looks like a little bit like that. That looks close enough to me. That's going to be, well, a sizable burn in amount of thrust. Now, we don't have much fuel. We're a tiny little craft, but it also shouldn't take as much thrust. So, I'm going to say warp to maneuver. Warp to next maneuver. Oh, that is why we're off a little. It's not quite. I'll take this. That will be better. Yeah, that is better. We just have to. Yeah, that looks good. How are we doing here? We're in the sun. Moon should be above us. There it is. We need to rotate around. Something like that. Don't have an estimated burn, but I'm figuring I'm gonna start at 20 seconds, and we'll adjust from there. Probably be better on the map screen. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we'll do something like that. And yeah, we'll have plenty of fuel for this. Just want to stay on that node. Alright, getting close. Throttle down. Well, not completely off, but last few meters per second here. Three, two, one, cut. I'm going to say we're looking good. Have we not reached with minimal deviation? Apparently we haven't. What is the problem? Do we really have to adjust that out? How's our... Alright, let's retrograde. prograde. So I'm gonna fire a prograde just to get this. Actually, it looks like. How we. We're just inside that orbit, so let's fire prograde. Cut. Tried to hit X, finger slipped and hit Z. Alright. There we go. So we're not quite good on the apoapsis, but we're good over here. I think here we need to... No, not that way. I think that will line us up better. So let's warp to the next maneuver, and that's another small one. I don't think we have to be perfect. Okay, the green went away. That means we're close enough. And, yeah, here we go. Completed that. Got, some reputation and some funds. Alright, time to head back. Alright, it's night. The thing I want to do next, though, I think, is actually get these. Is there gravity readings we need? Spaceflight above. Alright. And we need the gravity meter. So I'm going to build a spaceship to do this. I'll probably be back in just a second for you. And I'll see you then with a spaceship for this mission. Okay, we are back. I have the Grav test craft here. On it we have 3 of the ravioli detectors. We got a battery, an antenna. Probably won't be using the antenna, but just in case. 2 solar panels for power. 3 parachutes, just in case. We got RCS system for maneuvering. A little bit of fuel. This should be used maneuvering around in orbit. We got 2 lights. And for getting to orbit, we have one of... let's change back to here. We have one of the Twin Boar engines with some extra fuel on top, and 2 of the large solid boosters for helping us get off the pad. We got some fins to keep us stable. I'm hoping this should be enough to get us into orbit, and then have all, or at least most of the fuel, half of the fuel, for changing some orbits as needed. Let's launch here. Alright, it is nighttime. Let us see where we are. Alright, we are here, which isn't really great, but I think it will be okay. I would have liked to have been back here, but that's alright. Unlike normal liftoffs, we're not going to go straight east, because if we go straight east, we'll be orbiting like here. I'm going to go 15 degrees. I'm hoping that will put us up to about here. And then eventually, as we orbit around, we will come past these here. So we want to go 15 degrees north, which is, well, let's say on the inside of these numbers here. This way is north. Let's turn on the lights here that will just light up the top of our rocket. Let's get our fuel out. And you ready for liftoff? Alright, let's go in. 3. Throttle up. SAS on. 2. 1. Let's revert that flight and check my staging, because apparently I did not have it right. We want these down here on the first stage with the engine. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Much better. Let's head over east and slightly north. Don't need to be going so fast. Save some fuel. Throttle down the liquid engine. Back here. Almost lost control there. And solids are going to go real soon now. Hopefully they'll come off clean. If that was clean enough. How we doing? We are doing really well. We don't actually even want to be that high, but that is fine. We'll add the maneuver to circularize our orbit. How's this going? 30. That should be fine. And you know what? That looks like it is just about high enough. Where's our lights? Didn't turn them on that time. There we go. So I'm just aiming towards the maneuver here. That's pretty good. We got about a minute and 10 seconds till the burn. Overshot the maneuver a little bit, but we're coming back. And good. Let's time warp just a little bit. Alright, and let's start the burn now. Come on, stay on that maneuver. Almost cut. Let's turn on our maneuvering thrusters. Yeah, we need our periaps up a little bit. Maybe 80 is actually fine. And we still have fuel left in our main engine here. Okay. I guess now we just time warp until Kerbin rotates under us. Now we use up electric charge in the dark side, but we actually have a solar panel pointed pretty close to the sun. So hopefully in an orbit or two, these will be under our path and we can take the readings we need. I don't think we'll be close enough yet. Right up there will say entering area. No, we're not close enough yet. Perhaps the next orbit. Alrighty, here we come again. Oh, yes. Look at that. At least this one will be right on. Of course, we'll be on the night side, but that's... Okay, let's slow down here. Scott's Field. Probating selector, whatever. Let's get ready for this first one. Oh, there's Scott's Field, law of gravity data. We're gonna keep it. Alright, let's get ready for the next one. Here's law of gravity data. Keep it. And that should be close enough for that one as well. Now, sector PL. Keep that data. Alright. We've conducted the gravimetric surveys of Kerbin. And we got for sector PL9C0, Frobald's Luck, and Scott's Field. Alright. Now we need to get back. And, where is... Actually, it's hard to see. I think it's right below us. The Space Center. Oh, yeah, it's right over here. So it's close to right below us. I'd like to orbit a time or two more. So get the Space Center is over here. So we can land relatively near it. We're going to be wasting some fuel. We didn't even need that upper stage, but didn't know that at the time. I wasn't sure if we'd have to make some corrections to our orbit to get over these locations, but it turns out didn't really need to, just needed to wait. Had I gone straight east initially, yeah, I would have had to use a maneuver or two. I think 2 more orbits should do it. I mean, like putting down 1 more orbit and then get ready to land. It's only been 2 hours up here. And I'm hoping it will give our astronaut up to experience level 1. How are we doing? Alright. There's the Space Center. I think our next orbit around will get us over the Space Center. So let's see here. Hello, music. Alright, I'm gonna stop right about there. And well, that will be close. I think 1 more orbit will have us go past. So let's add a maneuver. Yeah, that. It's hard to judge. I wish you could point to a location and it would tell you your altitude, because I want that to be like 30, 20, 25 kilometers up. That's 80. It's hard to judge. We'll try that. We just passed the maneuver, but that's alright. Actually, at this point, I'm gonna drop that and activate this little engine here. Something like that. Alright, if we enter the atmosphere over this desert, that's usually a good sign for landing where you plan to. Or at least near Kerbin. Let's time warp. Yeah, we haven't hit the atmosphere yet. You just did. We may be going a little past. Let's slow down a bit more. Not sure how much more that was. I'm going to call that good. You know, I don't have a heat shield, but we shouldn't need one beyond the minimal heat shield that these have. What I do want, though, is that in a different stage. Alright, let's... Yeah, I'm just going to manually decouple that. And, yeah, we're going to start heating up in a second or two. Let's put the battery on top. And yeah, here we go. And there's a space center. I think we're going to be flying past it. Sure what that is. That looks like the capsule itself. Way past the Space Center. We are beginning to slow down. We are under 700 meters per second. Once we're under 250, we should be able to pop the parachutes. $400. Still above 10 kilometers. 300. 250, and we are good. Let's. There we are. Yeah, we went a bit far. But this looks good. Let's do some physics time warp to get down here a little faster. Parachutes are going to open momentarily. There they go. And yeah, very nice and safe. 4 meters per second or so. Might have overdid it with the parachutes on this. Yeah, take, well, not forever to come down, but quite a while. Probably should have used 2 drogue chutes on the side instead of the full parachutes. Alrighty, we are down to under 50 meters. Just about to splash down. And there we are. Let's recover. Alright, we're up to 882.5 science. We earned 41 science there. We got 26,000 funds back. Most of which was the cost of the gravity detectors. And we did get 92% value of everything. And Raimi did gain 1 XP to advance to level 1. So that about covers everything for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.